Hey entrepreneur, this is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. Welcome to this special presentation entitled How to Make It Rain Referrals for Literally Pennies on the Dollar, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, this is installment number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, as we said before, this powerful strategy of making it rain referrals for literally pennies on the dollar, you're going to learn how to do it without having to constantly beg your best customers, patients, and or clients to provide them for you, because you are going to be turned on to a battlefield tested strategy that's going to allow you to save a lot of money but generate a ton of brand new business. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of this video and this ongoing series in part 3 is to introduce you to the concept of power lead magnets. And you're going to learn how to strategically leverage power lead magnets so you create and generate a ton, an avalanche, if you will, of new customers, patients, and or clients for literally pennies on the dollar, I might add. Now, as you recall in the 2 previous installments, just to quickly recap, we had this local bar and grill, and we had this incredibly savvy jeweler. We're going to say they were both members of the Chamber of Commerce, and that's how they kind of met. They formed this strategic alliance because the jeweler did not want to try to compete with the 3 major players who were ahead of them in the local marketplace by trying to go head to head with them by competing with, outrageously expensive newspaper ads, radio ads, TV advertisement, and all of that sort of stuff. Because the bottom line is those companies, their competitors, their pockets are just too deep, and they don't want to go that route. So here's what they decided to do. They approached the bar and grill owners, this husband and wife team, and found out how many current female bartenders do they have and waitresses. And they found out for this particular location it was 3 female bartenders and 7 full and part-time waitresses. So here's what they did initially to test, meaning the jeweler, this concept out. They approached the 3 female bartenders, and here's what they allowed them to do. They could buy these beautiful diamond-studded necklace, this beautiful bracelet, and of course you can't forget a set of those beautiful diamond-studded earrings. And we're going to say those earrings might cost anywhere from $300 to $400, and that diamond-studded necklace will go anywhere from $1,000 to $2,500. But here's what the jeweler is going to gladly do, and here's what you should seriously consider doing too. They're going to allow these women to purchase these at their actual cost. Now, if you're coming into this series in part 3 and you haven't watched the first 2, you might be thinking, well, where's the profit in that, Mark? Well, stop and think about it. These women probably have sisters, do they not? They probably have a mom, hopefully, who's still with them. They might have an aunt. They have a closest girlfriend. They have women they socialize with. They go to social functions. They probably have a brother who has a girlfriend, a significant other. Think of all these interactions where they go to get their hair done, their nails done, maybe where they go buy their donuts every morning. Who knows? The point is, all of these interactions at these social functions, if these ladies are walking around with a $1,500 beautiful diamond-studded necklace hanging from their neck, do you not think that's going to be a serious conversation piece? Of course it will. And think about all these interactions year-round. And here's the best part, ladies and gentlemen, and I love doing this side-by-side comparison. What happens when the advertising dollars stop? Does the newspaper or the pay-per-click campaign just keep does Google let you keep running a pay-per-click ad campaign when the money stops? No way. These ladies are walking, talking billboards 24/7, 7 days a week. And every time they go to a nice, fancy social function, you best believe they're going to have on their best bling. Absolutely. Now, let's take this simple strategy a couple of steps further, because I want you to really see how this works. The jeweler's initially going to set up a simple contest, monthly contest, unbeknownst to these 3 female bartenders up front. Here's the way it's going to work. The female bartender that has the most time-sensitive gift certificates redeemed in any given month. And by the way, that's the other key to this strategy, ladies and gentlemen. The gift certificates, in other words, when somebody asks them, where'd you get your bling, blah, 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 they're going to tell them the story, and then they're going to hand them this 2-sided card, and on the back of it, it's going to say referred by, and they're going to print their name so they know where this particular lead came from and who provided it. But here's the other thing. Every time they are the person that gets the most gift certificates redeemed in any given month, they automatically win $500 in local grocery store coupons and $250 in gas cards. Now, the first time this happens, ladies and gentlemen, because unbeknownst to them, the jeweler is not going to tell them up front they're going to do this. Now, when this lady gets back to work, and of course, you know, she's texted all her friends and everybody else she can think of, and she tells the other ladies during break, she got $500 in grocery store coupons and $250 in gas cards. The other ladies want to know why. And she says, because the jeweler said it, I was the one who had the most gift certificates redeemed this month. What do you think the other ladies are going to aggressively start doing? Bingo. There you go. Now, here's the second part of that strategy. Every time one of these females finishes first, they automatically get double the prize. Excuse me? That's correct. They'll get $1,000 in local grocery store coupons and $500 in gas cards. Now notice, we're purposely not giving away anything for second or third place. We want an all-out war with these ladies, and I mean that in a friendly way, ladies. We want them to be as aggressive as possible. Now here's the point. Do you think the waitresses will want in on this little contest and the opportunity to buy some bling at cost? Absolutely. Do you think these waitresses have their own circle of influence? Absolutely. Can you see how when the jeweler starts putting more money in this, they won't have to put as much money in traditional advertising mediums? Absolutely. Well, my friend, if that makes sense to you, for those of you who want to discover how you're going to add an additional 25% more gross profit to your bottom line, an entrepreneur, if you're interested in learning how to do it in the next 90 days or less without having to constantly add new customers and or clients or patients, because that's really expensive, then my friend, you need to get over to youcanmarketonlinenow.com/sales and grab your free 9-page special report. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know you're busy, and before you head off, I just have a quick question for you. Entrepreneur, who else do you know in business who's struggling right now, who could definitely use some help? Do they respect your opinion? Because if they do, here's what I want you to do for them. I want you to forward not only this video, but any other video on my channel that you think would be of benefit to them. Help them out, because they'll definitely thank you for it later. But again, that's only if they respect your opinion. Now, on the other hand, if you're wondering, hey, Mark, what do I need to do to get my business product or service to the next level? I am so glad you asked, because here's what I have for you. Ladies and gentlemen, on top of the free 9-page special report, I'm also going to throw in a free 22-part small business marketing mastery series. This is a $97 value, and it's my free gift to you. That's correct. On top of the 9-page special report, it's just my way of saying thank you and welcome to the inner circle. But entrepreneur, here's the thing. If for whatever reason, after you go through the free 9-page special report and the free 22-part small business marketing mastery series, hopefully more than once, and hopefully you attempt to use some of the strategies, if you come to the conclusion for whatever reason it's just simply not for you, then ladies and gentlemen, please feel free to unsubscribe anytime you wish for whatever reason you want, and we can still be friends. Fair enough? This is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. We'll see you again real soon on The Marketing Man.